Good morning, students. Let's begin our social science class. In continuation of NCERT Democratic Politics chapter Federalism, in this video I am going to explain topic what makes India a federal country. All right. Has made India a federal country? First, we brief out the topic, what it include according to NCERT. Constitution has declared India as a union of states. Three-tier system, which is known as federation or federalism, in which the power is shared among union, state, and local government, which is known as panchayat. Threefold distribution of legislative power under union list, state list, and concurrent list, in which each level of government take care of different portfolio or subject of national, state, and local interest. All state in the Indian Union do not have identical power. For example, union territories means there were some place which is not very large and population less. They come under the supervision of central government. Changes in power sharing has to be passed by two-third majority in the parliament. Means anything which is given in written form in constitution, the parliament cannot change alone, for which they need the majority of the member of parliament. In case of any dispute regarding division of power between the state to state government, central to state government, or any level, then court play a role of empire, and whatever decision taken by the court, it has to be obeyed. Now, uh, the recently in most of the countries and federation tier of government, but in our country there is an amendment and third tier of government introduced according to the constitution. So federal power sharing in India needs another tier of government below that of the state government. Means there is one more local governance is required in country, as we are very populous, and it is called an local government. Local government, that is a third tier of government, which is based on decentralization of power, in which urban government is known as municipality or municipal corporation, whereas rural government known as panchayati raj government. The constitution clearly uh, provide a threefold distribution of legislative power between the union government and the state government. Thus, it contain three lists. Now, what these lists categorize and what it contain? First, we are going to see union list. Central government has power to work on it. This includes subject of national importance such as defense of the country, foreign affair, banking, communication, and currency. They are included in this list because we need a uniform policy on these matters throughout the country. The union government alone can make laws relating to the subject mentioned in the union list. All right. Then the second list is a state list that contains subject of state and local importance such as police, trade, commerce, agriculture, and irrigation. The state government alone make laws relating to the subject mentioned in the state list. Concurrent list includes subject of common interest to the both the union government as well as the state government, such as education, forest, trade, unions, marriage, adoption, and succession. Both union as well as the state government can make laws on the subject mentioned in this list. If their laws conflict with each other, the law made by union government will prevail. So this is how the division of power and who is taking care of which subject in their area clearly specify in the constitution, and everyone has to obey. Residual power, some of the subject which is introduced after the constitution formation, so that subject, for example IT in computer software, so subject which is introduced after the formation of lists taken care by the union government. That is come under residuary powers. Union territories. Now we are going to see under the topic what makes India a federal country. There were some places which is not big enough to make a state, and their population is also less. So these small places termed as union territories, and it is governed by central government or union government. All right. So there are some units of Indian Union which enjoy very little power. These are areas which are too small to become an independent state, but which could not be merged with any of existing states. These areas like Chandigarh or Lakshadweep or capital city of Delhi are called union territories. So this is a definition. The area too small to become independent state and which could not be merged with existing state, these known as union territory. Or example is Chandigarh, Lakshadweep, Daman. You can give example of these any. These territories do not have the power of a state. The central government has a special power to run these areas. Power sharing arrangement cannot change by parliament. Now one more example what makes India a federal country, that power sharing arrangement cannot change by parliament. Any change to it has to be first passed by both the houses of parliament with at least 2/3 of majority. Total member 2/3. Out of total member 2/3 say yes, then it becomes law. Then it has to be ratified by the legislature of at least half of the total states. So this is how the power is not come under one political party or the one level of government. The judiciary, again one more example what makes India a federal country, the role of judiciary. The judiciary play an important role in overseeing the implementation of the constitutional provision and procedure. In case of any dispute about the division of power, the high courts and the supreme courts make a decision. The union and the state government have the power to raise resources by levying taxes in order to carry on the government and responsibility assigned to each of them. Question related to the content. Which type of government has two or more level? Very easy. Federal. Who solved the controversy regarding the division of power in India? Judiciary. Who has jurisdiction over residuary subject? Very easy. That is union government. Why is it not easy to make change to the sharing arrangement between center and state? Because it is not easy to make change in power sharing arrangement. The parliament need to be passed the things in both the houses, at least 2/3 of majority, then it has to be ratified by legislature of at least half of the total state. Explain the threefold distribution of legislative power of union and the state government with example. Here we are going to explain full paragraph of union list, state list and concurrent list with example. That's all for today. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.